Jerusalem considers banning, quote, the abomination of gay pride parade, while Netanyahu says, I won't accept harm to LGBT rights. Presumed incoming Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says in an interview with a U.S. television network that he will not allow any harm to LGBTQ rights in Israel. Netanyahu said during the NBC show, quote, I just won't accept any of that. It's not something I'm saying now. I have a record now, and a record in general of having two hands on the wheel. I'm going to safeguard Israeli democracy. I'm going to bring peace categorically, and I'm going to stop Iran. That's what I'm going to do back for, and that's what I'm committing to, end quote. Religious and far-right politicians who have compared gay people to animals and demanded an end to pride rallies are poised to enter the next Israeli government, sparking fear among the LGBTQ+ community. Netanyahu's comments come day after he signed a coalition deal with Noam MK Avi Maoz, a far-right anti-LGBTQ+ politician who says he wants to ban the Jerusalem Pride Parade, handing him control over extracurricular programming in schools. Religious Zionism leaders Itamar Ben-Gvir and Bezalel Smotrich have a long history of hostility towards the LGBTQ+ community. In 2006, the duo organized a Beast March, which saw opponents of the Pride Parade walk alongside donkeys in Jerusalem. And I do want to say the presumed Prime Minister's words are encouraging. The fact that he is assuring us that he will not let it happen, it's definitely encouraging. But as I learned from Al, we're dealing with a coalition that includes characters that have varying degrees of interest in supporting our rights. And so our hearts goes to the people in Jerusalem. May he commit to his word, and may he allow the protections for our rights.
The question is whether Netanyahu will give up LGBTQ community in exchange for votes. I mean, Israeli parliament is always a chaotic affair. You know, you have...
what do you think?
I think he might. I honestly think that in order... I mean, this is a man who has the political lives of a cat. This is now like on his 6th life or something. And so he has been in and out of Israeli politics since I was in high school. That's 20-odd years ago. Oh my God, I'm old. But the problem is here, he now signed a deal with the devil. He is going to ally with the far right of the far right. I mean, we are talking about the same political party that calls for death to Israeli Arabs, that says that, you know, the West Bank occupation is completely legal and want to expand on it, and all other very hard right nationalist nonsense. These people are not going to compromise, and I think Netanyahu might just say, you know, let's don't have pride in Jerusalem. You can do it in Tel Aviv.
Why you gotta be such a downer, Bobby?
No, it really does make you wonder if he knows truly what he's getting into and the words.
And what he's saying.
And what he's saying, the severity of these words, because people hear words and they're going to take them seriously because they're coming from a major political power in Israel. So they're putting their faith in these people, and I'm hoping that he's not going to let them down.
Imagine somebody struggling and going through the roughest time of their lives, and they hear Netanyahu say, I'm going to bring peace. Okay, I'm going to follow this guy. I'm going to vote for him in hope that he will bring, that I'm going to be okay. Yeah. He's going to let no harm come to LGBTQ. That's all two things I want, right?
I am no fan of Netanyahu. However, I would not bet against Netanyahu. Exactly as Bobby outlines, his long experience, he knows how to skin a cat in so many different ways. His experience compared to the Zionists, it's difficult to understand Israeli politics. Israeli politics has created a coalition to bring Netanyahu back where he's a Mitt Romney kind of seat for them, conservative, but a globalist in view. But in his same party, to get him in power, he's had to have the Proud Boys party support him too. Or Marjorie Taylor Greene's to support him, for him to be able to become prime minister. So it's a very difficult process in how they create these coalition governments. But I would not have bet against him. The Marjorie Taylor Greene's or the Proud Boys are saying we're going to ban the horrendous atrocity of a Jerusalem Pride Parade. So horrible. The moment that they take on Tel Aviv Pride, they have world war go on in Israel, literally, because it is the biggest festival in Israel. Tel Aviv pride.
Wow.
Not to mention the Middle East in general.
Yes, exactly. So Netanyahu is trying to say, wait, I have a coalition government, but the Proud Boys are not going to tell me what we're going to do with my LGBTQ community. And by the way, that's exactly what Mitt Romney just did on the Respect for Marriage Act. Exactly the same thing. One other thing that I think we should all take hope in, at least, an optimistic point. I hear you throughout this show. Be optimistic, be optimistic. Faye going, damn you, damn you. The optimistic point of view is, with his experience and at his age, why would he do this one more time? He's not Donald Trump, although he does associate with Donald Trump. He has a legacy to build, and he can't destroy an entire community in Israel, and that includes Jewish Arab Israelis. He's got a legacy that he wants to cement, and as a result, that means he is probably going to be very forthright in his thinking about what is going to happen for LGBT. And that's why Mitt Romney is so important to our community. And Collins in Maine is so important to our community, because we need those kind of moderates. Do we like them? No. But the phrase is always true. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. That's who Netanyahu is. LGBTQ plus news is vital for our community and for the broader world as a whole. We have enough enemies at Fox News. Tucker, Sean, and Laura are loud. We need passionate allies. Happening Out Television Network, Queer News Tonight, and It's Happening Out are literally out of the closet and into the headlines. Our community needs your support. Like this broadcast and subscribe now to ensure the growth of the entire LGBTQ plus community.